This new high-tech studio, as is, of course, the special effects, each a hot out Hollywood, and, of course, the extras behaving naturally as ever you'd expect them to do. Now, as this is a live, devil-may-care, dangerous, uncontrollable television program, we are matching that danger by using a special new technique, the technique of developing film simultaneously as it is shot, and that is quite an extraordinary phenomenon. Let's now leave this amazing high-tech studio and make our way towards the small studio where most of the action takes place. One of the most important things about being a live TV performer is that not only does one have to have the ability to be really stupid, but one must also have the ability to change costume very quickly.
This is Saturday Live, 1L. If they use that clip with me going live like some deranged monkey, I will kill them.
Buster.
I told them not to do it. I'm totally fed up. Live. Shut up. Listen, I detested the Victor Kayam advert so much that I've totally stopped shaving. Shut up! Mrs. Thatcher urgently needs a new cabinet. I mean, doesn't she? There are only 7 members left. 4 of them are dead. 2 of them are terminally dim. And the other one's Geoffrey Howe. The Sinclair C5 of British politics. He's a complete gank. He's so dull when he walks down the street, the lampposts cross over to avoid the boredom. Please, if you have anyone who could vaguely be a decent member of the cabinet, please send them. Your dog, your goldfish. Someone who's died recently. Anyone would be better than what she's got at the moment. Please just send them in now. Here's Charlie Sexton.
She's only at the top. She hesitates, but the beat will never stop. Watching him over, what time people never see. Oh, how burning, that's the secret that she, oh no, baby, you know there's something missing. Down by nothing. No more coincidence, it's you, baby. Before you give up all you gotta come closer. Got to give it one more shot. The beat's so lonely, our she's only at the top. So long, that's all. So long, she said, beat's so lonely. Let it be that way. She could know difference anyway. She thinks of me, but she's scared to say that she paid deeply for the answers of her day. Answers of her day. give up all you got. Got to come closer. Got to give it one more shot. The beat's so lonely. Out the she's only out the door. That's all. So lonely. So lonely. So lonely. So lonely. So lonely. So
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. We are the Oblivion Boys.
Oblivion Boys.
And you're probably wondering why we're dressed up like this tonight. Yeah. So am I. Why are we dressed up like this tonight, Mark?
Well, we were going to do some ballroom
Oh,
dancing.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember. That's right, yeah. We were going to do some ballroom dancing for you. Then we thought, why bother, you know?
What's the point? Neither of us can dance?
No. So what's the point? You got a bit of a beard, haven't you?
No, Valentine cards.
She must love you very much, Mark.
How can I be sure, Steve?
Well,
I've left the key under the mat, all right? She's coming round later.
What are you doing?
Left the
What are
key
you
under
doing?
the mat.
What are you doing?
Just telling Astrid, my girlfriend. Just telling her that I'm going to be coming round. Number 29C, East Lake Close. OK, see you later.
Mark, you know what you've just
SE4.
done, don't you?
What?
You've just given your address out over the television. I mean, anybody can get in now. I mean, you've got to be careful these days. It happened to me.
Well, you were burgled.
No, decorated.
You never told me you were decorate. What happened?
I got home, they'd been through the entire house.
Oh, what, the landing as well?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
wouldn't have thought they bothered, would
No,
you?
no. Wallpaper, tiling, grouting the lot. I mean, it just depresses me, you know.
What was it? Kids messing around or
No,
something?
no. The police reckon it was a professional job. They knew what they were doing, you know what I mean? Yeah.
The mentality,
Yeah.
I don't
You never guess what they did in the bedroom.
They didn't.
Yes. Applewhite. I
Animals!
can't.
How did they get in?
Through the French windows.
You haven't got French windows.
I have now, Mark. Go anyway.
I forgot to set the video. I knew I'd do it. I
What?
forgot to set the video.
What do you want to watch?
We're on tonight. It's us.
Oh, us. All right.
Yes.
I've got a great idea. Get your girlfriend to set it. Ask her to do it now.
Steve, I don't think you quite understand the importance of this situation.
What?
She's on her own in that room.
Uh-huh.
She's never set a video before in her life. Uh-huh. And there's no remote control.
You're the only man who knows how to work that machine, Mark. You're going to have to talk her through it.
You're right. It's our only chance.
And Mark, I want you to know, you have my full backing on this.
Thank you.
Do-do-we-do-we-do-wah-wah,
Please,
do-do-we-do-wah-wah.
Please, Steve, please. This is a very sensitive operation.
I know.
When you make me laugh, it pulls the stitches,
I
you
know,
see.
yes.
Hi, Astrid. This is Mark here. We probably see that. Listen, baby, we've not got a lot of time. You can do it. There's a control panel in front of you. There's various knobs. There's a red button. It's got record or rec. I'm not sure. I think it's rec. Well, don't touch it now. Don't touch it yet. Now, further along to the right, I think there's a silver button. I think it's play. Now, it is essential, Astrid, that you hit both these buttons simultaneously.
At the same time, Dan, at the same
Do it
time.
my way.
Look, I've got the press hounding me. I can only stall him for another 30 minutes,
I
Mark.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Go on.
Hi, Astrid. It's Mark. Listen, honey, you're doing fine, just fine. Now, I think there's an on-off button. I'm not sure if it's on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. I can't remember, Astrid. It's
You can't do it. You can't do it. You're too emotionally involved.
my girlfriend, my
Let me talk to her. Trust me. I'm a priest.
What's your name?
Father O'Flaherty.
Astrid, I'm handing you over to Father O'Flaherty.
Astrid, you don't know me. I run a little church on the corner of 57th and 4th and 9th and 2nd and 5th. I can never remember the address, but it all adds up to 52. Remember that. 52. If you're ever in, the doors will always be open to you. As long as I am...
Steve, she knows who you are. What's the point of all this Father Flaherty
I
nonsense?
just thought it might be a good chance to try out a bit of acting, Mark, that's all.
Well, you seem to know what you're doing.
Exactly, thank you.
Listen, I'm going to stay out of the frame, OK? So I don't want to sort of, you know, make a...
Okay, Astrid, what I want you to...
love you.
Astrid, what I want you to do is...
Cary Grant!
What?
Astrid, Cary Grant. I've just remembered.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's the actor in the name Northwest Passage, the film we were trying to remember. Remember, Astrid? It's amazing. Just suddenly comes to you at times. Cary Grant.
It's always the same. Every time you two get together, right? You always exclude me from the conversation. Astrid, just set the video. It's easy, just do it. It's simple.
Hey, you don't talk to my girlfriend like that.
Well, she knows how to set a video.
What do you mean she knows that?
Don't be so naive, Mark.
What do you mean, naive? What? What's been going on between
I
you
didn't
two?
want you to find out like this.
What has been going on? Astrid, I want you to rewind it. Hit the rewind button. I want to find out what's going on.
Don't hit the rewind
Hit the rewind button. I want to see what's been going on.
You don't have to do what he tells you anymore. Oh, I've just had deja vu.
Yeah, I've had that feeling before.
Yeah, me too. What the hell are we dressed up like this for?
I don't know. We're on in a minute.
Let's get changed. Come on.
And here's your host, Miss Cilla Black.
Hello and welcome to Blind Date again. Well, I've had a lot of letters from a lot of people, but I'm still hosting the show. But tonight, seriously, folks, we're going to have some great fun. So let's first of all meet the three gorgeous young studs and see which lucky one's going to get his leg over. Oh, well, here they are. And don't they look lovely? Well, can you tell me first, number one, what your name is?
Well, my name's Ronnie.
Oh, right. And what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm in the yellow pages under warmongery.
That's really great. And who's to the left of you?
Well, Adolf Hitler, Mussolini, Genghis Khan.
Oh, sure up. Now, what's your name, number two?
Dennis.
And who are you when you're at home?
Well, at home, I'll no one at all, really. That's why I keep on going out to the boozer as often as possible.
Oh, that's really great. Now, number three. What's your name and what's your job?
My name is Mikhail Kortman. You'll find me in the Moscow Red Pages on the double glazing salesman. In my country, we cannot be too careful.
Well, that's great. And aren't they lovely? Now, you hunky lads stay there, and we're going to go over here and see the lucky girl that's going to pick one of you for her blind date tonight. She is. Doesn't she look smashing? Oh, you look smashing, love. What's your name, Chuck?
Margaret.
Oh, what a nice name.
Shut your face, you scout. Get on with it.
Now, Margaret, you've got your three questions, right, to ask. So go on, ask them.
I'd like to ask number one. On your date, if you were a fleet in the South Atlantic, there was a whopping great destroyer travelling in the opposite direction. As I said in the house, what would you do?
Oh, that's always a popular question, that one. Number one, what would you do?
Well, I'd put the wagons in a circle, call for makeup, and have them shoot my best side.
That's an interesting
Here it is,
answer.
isn't
Number two, what's yours?
Gin and tonic, it was all the same.
Get on here, half-wit.
I seem to recognize that voice. Well, the question again, do you think?
What would you do in this tricky situation in the middle of the South Atlantic?
If I was in the middle of the South Atlantic, I'd assume Mark's been reading the map.
If Marx was reading the map, he would unquestionably have got it right.
No, Mark. You mean Mark's been in Moscow? I thought he was in Bahrain.
We also have trouble in Soviet Union with drunks.
Oh, listen, what a lovely, lovely answer. And what about just one more?
Just embalming fluid with soda, if that's all right with you.
Number three, what about Belgrano?
We put him in the psychiatric wing of the communist bloc. He loved it. The best medical attention and 4 square meals a year.
Well, there's some very interesting answers there, Chuck. Now, what about your second question?
Number two, what do you like to happen when you go out on a date?
Ideally, for someone to catch me. I usually go out about 10:30, like a light. Just
Oh, number 3. Now, number 3. What happens in your country when someone goes out?
In our country, when someone goes out, 3 Czechoslovak spies come back in. The only way we can get color television sets into the country.
Listen, Michael, I'll make you an offer. Nancy Reagan.
What do you want in return? Sakharov, Afghanistan, Lambeth?
Just a thank you note.
Oh, so that's it then. You've had your 3 questions, Chuck. Now it's the big moment of truth time.
Truth? What has truth got to do with it? It's not a select committee, is it?
Come on. Ooh. Who are you gonna pick? Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
Well, number 3 sounds like a devious, power-mad psychopath.
He did.
But, you know, there's still something about him I didn't quite like. And, well, number 2, it's the same again.
Or indeed a glass of paint, strippers and soda, whatever you've got there. I'm mad now.
But, you know, number one has got a sexy voice.
Oh, he had a
And he sounds as though he could be a good kisser. It's got to be
So it's going to be number 1.
Number 1.
Oh, number 1. Well, that's great. Isn't that lovely? Number 1. But first of all, let's have a look at the ones. Let's see the ones that you turned down. You turned down number 3.
Oh.
And you turned down number 2.
Whoopee! Free at last!
Well, Margaret, here's your blind date for tonight, and I think you've made a good choice. Here he is, number 1. No, not me. Here you go, first. Right, so let's see where you're going to go for your blind date. Who's going to choose it? Who's going to choose the card?
This is a man's job.
Right.
Let's have a look at this. Oh, God, my fingernails just come off. A day's shooting. Oh, I don't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going on a day's shooting at Greenham Common. Later on. We'll be seeing how they go on. But for now, it's ta-ra from me.
Good evening. Now, actually had an interesting affair last year with a paper bag on the end. Strawberry thing. It turned out to be the Louis sub.
She lit a cigarette, both hands behind her back. Thought she was hungry like a choice out of that. Only you can try to see what I'm really like. She said, only you can understand the way I feel tonight. She blamed excesses on the American dream. So seldom witnessed, never seen. Imagination could make a man with you. Imagination, yeah, could make me love you too. Imagination is
everyone, and welcome to South Africa for the start of this titanic struggle. In fact, another day in this titanic struggle. I use the word titanic because at the moment that's what this country is, a wreck. The South African government has been in now for a little over 75 years, and I must say that there doesn't seem to be any sign of an early declaration by Captain Botha. Botha, strong right arm, square head, 2 short legs, so short, in fact, that he hasn't got a leg to stand on. Botha making a surprise move to dismiss the pass laws. Superb piece of hypocrisy, that, I thought. Offering to dismiss a law that should never have been allowed in the first place. What we call in Australia a fair suck of the sauce bottle. As for the bowling out there today, Thatcher's performance, quite a bit of indecision here from the Iron Maiden, I thought. She was completely stumped and still holds the record for no balls. As for the field play today, it's been very erratic. A couple of people dropped early on out of police station windows. As for the Man of the Series award, I think my nomination would go to the man who we caught a glimpse of on a hospital video last night, Nelson Mandela. Despite having his bail removed countless times, he's continued superbly to sweep the government beyond the boundary in conditions basically as tough as a dead dingo's donga. He was ably backed up out there by his wife, Winnie, whose refusal to be caught out is making Botha look pretty pathetic. There it is then, the scorecard: South African population 30 million, voting population 2 million, all white. Disgraceful figures, those, by any standards. No wonder they keep moving the side screens so no one can see anything. Finally, the authorities' performance in the match. The police came in from the tear gas works end, left arm round the wicket, firearms over the wicket, and a lot of wild shots with a .303. With that kind of attack, the prospects for fair play, I'm afraid, look very bleak. The light also looking pretty bad out there. In fact, I should say I don't think I've ever seen a government in such a bad light. Quite frankly, that's not cricket. I shouldn't be at all surprised if before long we don't actually see the ashes of a whole nation.
Gordon, you old roister-doister, how the hell have you been keeping?
Oh, pretty well. And yourself?
Oh, fine. Good. Coffee? Yeah, tap. I'm sorry to pull you in like this, Gordon, but I wanted to have a little milk. Thanks. Chat with you. How's Mary?
Mary? Oh, she's well.
Good. And didn't you have a dog, a little puppy? What was she called?
Oh, Henrietta.
Did he? Crazy guy, Henry.
Yeah, so, what's it all about?
Well, I'll tell you what it's all about, Gordon. It's the big one. Everything you and I have ever done in marketing has been a preparation for this. I'm expecting a phone call any minute now that could lead to the biggest deal in marketing... Can you call me back? I'm in a meeting. It could lead to the biggest deal in marketing history. Hello? Yeah, sorry about that. So we go. Good. No, I'll tell him he's with me now. In fact, he was the clown who just answered the phone. Okay, I most certainly will. All right, then, you too. Take very good care of yourself. Take the very best possible care. Okay. Don't go taking bad care, take good care. Okay? And the same to you. Ciao for now. Okay, for sure. Right. Bye-bye. Prat. So, we go ahead, Gordon, and you're on the team.
Well, that's great, but what are we playing? I mean, who's buying what?
Well, the buyers, Gordon, are an American consortium. Oh, thanks. Yes, that's why I particularly wanted you on this team. I know your fondness for things American. How's the basketball coming?
Oh,
they tell me you're playing right guard for the Stevenage Wildcats.
Listen, it keeps me in trim. But what's the product? What are we selling?
Hang on to your tote bag, Gordon. We're selling Great Britain.
What, do you mean some kind of Buy British campaign?
Correction. Not Buy British. Buy Britain.
What do you mean UK?
You've got it. The Yanks want everything. The whole lot. They want the land, roads, building stock, people, everything. The whole shooting match.
And we're going to sell it?
You're damn right we're going to sell it.
But we can't, can we?
Look, can't, Gordon, can't. There's a sign on the front of my desk. Read it out to me. Tell me what it says.
Well, the buck stops here.
No, not that one. There's another one.
You don't have to be mad to work here, but it helps.
No, it's somewhere around here. The buddy Derek's borrowed it. It said something like, there's no such word as can't. The point is, we're selling.
But selling UK, Stuart?
Gordon, yo? You've come a long way since Reading Business School. Don't go soft on me now. But UK is just a piece of capital, Gordon, like any other. It's got assets, it's got deficits. Look around you, what do you see? Well, you see waste, don't you? You see inefficiency, you see bad management. Not in here, out there, the country. You see an unmotivated workforce, don't you?
Well, yeah, but if it's so bad, why did the Yanks want to buy?
Come on, Gordon, wake up. Think of what we have here, all right? We have heritage buildings, do we not? We have a compatible language system. We've got an expanding royal family. Now, put all that together, what does this country add up to? The perfect
conference facilities. Oh, so we're going to become part of the US, yeah?
No, that's the beauty of the whole flotation, Gordon. The Yanks are happy to keep the existing image profile. Now, they just want to put in their own high-powered management team. They'll change the name. We've come up with Conference UK Incorporated. That's what we're going with at the moment. It's got a kind of ring to it, I think you'll agree. So, Gordon, views, comments, ideas, throw them at me. Well, come on, Gordon, if you're in, I need you hot.
I just wonder, I mean, isn't it perhaps a little unethical?
Ring, unethical. No, I mean, it's all agreed. Stock exchange rules all round.
No, I didn't mean that. I mean, you know, what's going to happen to the people?
Well, the Americans, no, they're happy.
No, the British people.
Well, the guys in the city, no, they'll make millions.
No, I mean the British people, you know, John Ball. What's going to happen to the British people?
Oh, the people?
Yeah.
Same as ever?
Quite extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. Friar Laura, they're wonderful. Now, some news coming in. Extraordinary. After the devastating 33-6 defeat of England by Scotland, here's another late result in the Hull Kingston Rovers game. Hull 6, Kingston 43, Rovers 2. 3 teams in the same game. Quite extraordinary, that. And now we go over. This is quite extraordinary, actually. A live report over to Nuremberg. Well, look at that. That is amazing. Now, there's Carol Ball somewhere out there. I don't know where all there, but that's all I thought I'd say last year. What we are going to have now, quite extraordinary, is an American act called, I beg your pardon, it's Nils Lofgren, the exciting Nils Lofgren, an American Swede.
the Valentine season again, the Valentine season again, the Valentine season again, except for Michael Heseltine and Leon Britton, who got their cards early this year. This unprecedented atmosphere of love and romance was echoed in the House today when a health spokesman announced that his most reliable method of contraception was getting his girlfriend to wear a Victoria Gillick face mask. In contrast, this week also marks the end of yet another uncomfortable period in Mrs. Thatcher's term of office. Already her own backbenchers are gathering like many salivating hyenas around a wounded buffalo. Only this buffalo's wearing a blue-spotted dress, matching handbag and jackboots. She's being attacked from the left, then the right, the left, the right, shake it all about. She does the hokey-cokey and she turns her around. That's what it's all about. Oi! But on a less serious note, Chancellor Lawson has announced that the reduction in the price of oil has eliminated any chance of cuts in taxation this year. That's not a joke, it's a fact. Now they're stocked with 2 million barrels of oil, which is more than Eric Morley uses on his hair in a year. And on a much more serious note, I'd like to wish the best of luck to my fellow countryman Barry McGuigan, and we look forward to some of the most savage infighting we've seen outside the cabinet. And now for a special report over to our correspondent, Nigel Dempster.
And the greatest casualty I can reveal exclusively in the Western fiasco is none other than the Queen herself. For some time, Her Majesty has had a tremendous crush on top Tory politician Michael Heseltine. She likes her men tall, blonde and handsome, and had been looking forward to welcoming husky Heseltine to those cosy tea-time chats that she has with her prime ministers. When he succeeds Mrs. Thatcher, who she finds only slightly less regal than Princess Michael of Kent, as prime minister, now all she's got to look forward to is tea but no crumpet with dull old Norman Tebbit. God, heavens, no. What's she going to do now? No wonder the flag is flying at half-mast at Buckingham Palace.
Now that is what I call a good impression. The voice was all right, but the face was a bit dodgy. Anyway, here's... That went down well. Here's Helen Lederer.
Well, it's very, very exciting to be here, as you can imagine. I don't know if anyone's realised this, but it's just like a fairground, isn't it? It's really just like a lovely fun fair, because sometimes you get studios with merry-go-rounds in them, and luckily enough, we've got a merry-go-round in the studio today, which is really lovely. And they've actually gone to a lot of trouble, because we've had some pickpockets already planted in the audience. And I've had my wallet stolen already. You probably had that, haven't you? Probably. Oh, well, probably give it back later, just because of a few personal things in it, a couple of checks, and having an affair with a married man who's got help in the government, quite like they've just No, but it's all fun. It's lovely. It's just like a fun fair, as I say. They've got all these helpers who are guiding people around. I don't know, they're quite tactile. They helped you to enjoy it. It's lovely. It's just like a fair. Anyway, but before I came on, because you know what you do, because I was psych up before I come on, because I love doing this. I love it. It's lovely. Anyway, no, I did. Anyway, I was just psyching up like you do. You probably do that, do you? Well, you might, if you had to do this, maybe you would. Anyway, no, just like one of the helpers came up to me, you see, earlier on, and he took me aside, you know, and I thought, oh, yeah, because I know what they're like, you know. And anyway, he took me aside and left me there, actually. It's really funny. No, it's fine. It's lovely. It's a lovely joke. It's all just fun. Anyway, so just like to say hello to the people at home. I'd like to do that. So you're probably all out, aren't you? It's a Saturday night. Oh, well, I'd just like to say hello to all the babysitters at home, because I think that's very important, because I do a lot of babysitting. I don't know if anyone does that. Don't get out much. No, it's a very enabling thing to do, babysitting, because you do what you do in your own house, but in somebody else's, which is quite interesting. And then you blame it on the children. No, you could. I wouldn't. I know, because I obviously wouldn't do that. No, you could blame it on the children. No, what you're doing is you are enabling the parents to go out. That's the point, aren't you? I don't know where they go. Possibly babysit for people richer than themselves. I don't know. I don't ask. I don't pry. It's not my business. No, the people I babysit for are very bohemian, actually. At least that's what they told me they were. That was the accent. I didn't quite recognise it. Sorry, bohemian. I'm going over your heads. I can tell. Lucky people on the roundabout probably so speedy it doesn't matter. I can ignore them. No, bohemian. It just means that you have Argos. I don't know if you have Argos here, do you? No. It's just like an oven, but with no controls, just the one temperature. You can't get near it. So if you're boiling things like you have to do for the children's tea, you have to wait till the thing sort of gets warm, then take it off, put it down, put the thing on, wait till the thing... It takes a while for it to sort of get lukewarm. And then you have to hide the saucepan afterwards because it's normally got human skin stuck on the handle. Anyway, I could actually talk a lot more about all the things I do, but it's just too exciting. We're just running out of time. So I've got a drink ready. It's hot milk and Tizer. I recommend that for Saturday night. Thank you very much. Good night.
Blind Date. I'm still Cilla Black, I'm afraid. And it's time to welcome back Ronnie and Maggie. Now, before you two say anything, let's see what you said about each other earlier on.
Well, when I first saw Mags, all I wanted to do was destabilize her right there and then. But I thought it best if we took in a movie first. Something, well, cultural, but not too highbrow.
I think it was called Donald Duck. Oh, very interesting. Unfortunately, we had to leave halfway through because, well, Ronnie got a headache trying to follow the plot.
After that, she said she wanted some flowers. So I went out and bought her a wreath. She started whispering sweet nothings into my hearing aid. And then I realized our strategic interests were coinciding. So I decided to kiss her. It was like kissing a refrigerator door. Fantastic.
Then he started singing, "If You Were the Only Girl in the World." And he said he could arrange that for me. So I think we'll be seeing rather a lot of each other.
Oh, what a lovely story. And you got something else to tell us, haven't you?
Oh, well, yes. Margaret wanted to make an honest man of me. As there's no chance of that, we decided we're going to get married. Oh, Mags.
Oh, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. Our first blind date marriage. Doesn't that make you feel really yucky inside? So where are you going on your honeymoon, then?
Armageddon. But I guarantee, honey, I'll make the earth move for you.
Blind date. I'll be back next week. Same time, same place, same shoulders. Here's Judy Toulouse.
High on a hill lived a lonely goat head. Lady, oh, the lady. Well, sing along! Hey, you start me up! You start me up, you start me up, you start me up. Well, start me up! You'd make a dead nun fly. You know, I'm a petite flower. It could happen. I was in the park today breastfeeding the pigeons. Well, they have to eat. Oh, act like you're a stranger to that, you pseudo-virgin. So wait. And I'm in the park and I realize there's certain things that upset me. Like this guy who lives below me. He's a real hippie food freak alfalfa snout. And he comes up to me and I'm a petite flower. And you're begging to pollinate me. And he comes up to me and he says, Judy. He says, Judy. He had an accordion too. It could happen. He said, Judy. Yes, he wanted to possess me. He said, Judy, I don't put anything foreign into my body. Like I'm asking him to snort a Filipino. Oh, the phone's for you, Seabiscuit. And then he says, oh, Judy, I want... No. He says, Judy, I want you to babysit my cat. And since I hate cats, I said, sure. He said, Judy, Tabby requires a lot of heavy petting. I said, okay. So I pet him heavy. And now he's a toupee. But at least he has a purpose. Yes, not like you, stud puppet. Oh, you bucket of lust. You make me want to get my tubes tied. I must put down my UFO. You know, I wanted to meet a sensitive guy like you, but with a pulse. So wait. I went to this punk rock bar, and this guy comes up to me, and he's got a mohawk haircut. He goes, "Hey, wanna dance?" I said, "No, we've had enough rain, Running Bear." He goes, "You shouldn't talk to me like that, because when I make love, I turn into an animal." I said, "Oh, that's a step up." He said, "Judy, Judy." Yes, he became a group. He said, "It could happen." He said, "Judy, let's go out once. What do you say we go out once?" I said, "Well, to tell you the truth, I was looking for someone a little closer to the top of the food chain." And he says, "Well, I work at the Safeway." So we go out, and he says, "Oh, Judy, you should like me. I'm special." I said, "Oh, great. I can read to you slow." This guy could be left alone in a room, and he'd multiply. Let's go back in time. Oh. You guys, you know what scares me? You know what scares me? Is when you're forced to be nice to some paranoid schizophrenic just because she lives in your body. No, she cannot possess me. And then you have to share your food with her and stuff. Like the time my mom got mad at me just because she caught me selling tickets to her nervous breakdown. I was going to split it with her. 50, 25, 25 for her. No, she sent me over to the museum, you know, and they have this security guard there who's like a fossil. She's in her mid-trillions. And she comes up to me, and I said, "Excuse me, are you the security guard?" And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Could you tell me where the Petite Flower Giver Goddess ladies' room is?" And she said, "No, look for it yourself." I said, "Well, I was going by my sense of smell, but it led me to you." Thank you so much. You people mean nothing.
You know, the world is full of dictators. And you know why? Because Sandhurst was such a good school, that's why. Take Gaddafi. He went to Sandhurst. I remember him well. He was the only recruit on the base to have combat gear with designer twigs attached to it. He used to pull the wings off flies. As the course went by, I started pulling the legs off horses. Look at him now. I should have shot him at the time. And baby Doc Duvalier. I knew him, too. He was a cruel man. He used to beat himself up just for the fun of it. He was so vicious, I once saw him make a Centurion tank break down and cry. He was right-wing, you know. He used to salute anyone with a moustache, including the women. I should have shot him at the time. President Marcos, he was there, too. I remember in one lesson we were studying World War II, and he was the only cadet to put the final score down as a victory for the Germans. I told him it wasn't a victory if you'd been totally humiliated and defeated. Marcos said it was if you lived in the Philippines. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Very stupid. One day, he tried to get the top off a hand grenade. Thought it was a boiled egg. Blew his brains out. Didn't do him any harm. He still became president. I should have shot him at the time. And Idi Amin. Remember him? Went to Sandhurst, too. Wasn't popular. One day we used him as a target on the rifle range, but even the bullets refused to go near him. I remember doing guerrilla training with Edie. He used to put on a fur coat and pretend to be a gorilla. One day a real gorilla broke into the camp, saw Edie in his coat and tried to make love to him. In the end, we had to separate the two of them. The gorilla seemed grateful. Edie didn't. Should have shot them both at the time. Then, of course, there was Bomber Wilson, a born dictator. One of the most vicious dictators I've ever been in the shower with. I suppose you've never heard of him. Not surprised. I shot him at the time.
And this is Sir Adrian, babysitter. Ha-ha! Babysitters!
Evidently.
Yes, that's okay then.
But there must be some mistake. We booked somebody called, Jennifer.
That's us, matey. We are Jennifer.
Our trading name. Excuse me a moment. Darling.
Oh, what now, sex pants? Just a quick one before the theatre.
Listen, darling, there's a couple of psychotics outside claiming to be babysitters.
Well, let them in, darling. They can look after Rosemary.
Dear darling.
Hello, my name's Sylvia.
Ah, Mr. Linney.
What? Saucy babysitter.
What? They're saucy babies.
That's the drinks cabinet, which is locked. Please don't try and get into it. That's the kitchen. Please don't go in there. And please try not to sit on any of the furniture. That's the television. I'd rather you didn't watch it at all or listen to any records. Right. We'll be back about midnight. Have fun, and please try not to make a mess.
Whoa, another saucy babysitter.
What are you doing? Try not to make a mess. How are we doing?
Another 4 hours to go.
Oh, God, I can't.
Don't touch the furniture. Remember what we said? We're going to earn some proper money for a change. Proper legal money. Oh, God. Get some sellotape. Get some sellotape. Get some sellotape. Sellotape. The kitchen. Kitchen. We're not allowed in the kitchen. No, just come in. I'll keep a lookout. But you've got to be very, very quiet. Very quiet. God. Oh, God. What was that? Give me the sellotape. Okay?
Thank you.
Great. Now let's move this sloppy table. Oh, God.
Oh, baby. Don't worry. I'm very good with children.
What do you think?
No one will ever know.
Terrific. Let's have a drink.
The drinks cabinet is locked.
Not for long. Naughty, but nice.
Now, they're going to notice that, aren't they?
No, they're not, because I'm going to turn the cabinet against the wall.
Brilliant.
Let's have a drink.
You don't get skipped. Gin and tonic. I'll eat that when I've peeled it. There you go, sweetheart.
Aha. Thank you, Ducky. This is the life.
Oh, dear.
Brilliant. Cheers.
There's just one thing that bothers me.
Yes?
Supposing someone says, "Oh, Roger, why don't we take this expensive vase of flowers and place it over here on the coffee table?" See, they're going to spot it then, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
There's only one thing for it. We'll have to blind everyone that comes into the house.
Yes. Or option 2, we could replace the pane of glass from the coffee table with a pane of glass from elsewhere. Perhaps a window.
I can see your point.
Can you? Sorry.
Correct me if I'm wrong. What you're suggesting is that we take a pane of glass from the window and place it on top of the coffee table.
Correct.
Brilliant! Right. Ready?
Ready.
Such a great idea after all, really, was it? Get your plates ready. I'll deal with this time. Hello, Rosemary. Buster, you asked for it. And let that be a lesson to you. Come on, get out of the way. I'll do it. What's it? You break? I won't break it. Get out of the way. Look, I'll go outside to the garden and push it in from there. You wait inside, and when it comes through, catch it. Okay?
Okie dokie. Matey. Young Sonny Jim. Follow me, lad.
Ready?
Ready?
Right, here I come. Why did you catch it?
What do you mean, catch it? You came through the wrong bloody window.
I didn't know you stood by the wrong bloody window. Look, it doesn't matter. We've still got one pane left.
Correct.
Why didn't you catch that one?
I caught a bit of it.
Look at the mess in this place. What are we going to do? It's been burgled. It's been burgled. In fact, burgle it. Aha! Burgle it.
Burgle yourself.
Burgle that.
I've just set off the burglar alarm.
You stupid idiot.
Sorry, just went off in my handgun.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for some real alternative comedy, because the next performer on this stage is Ben. Keep the jokes in comedy. Knock it on the head. Who's your lad? Pork on the table. Part of the people. Comedy. Wanted to read me book. Couple of dodgy liberals at the back. And the students. This Space Invaders. Loving to death. Would you welcome Mr. Ben Elton?
What I'd like to talk about today is jogging.
Because I had a very unfortunate experience with a jogger the other day. I was jogged in Hyde Park. 1 second there was nothing. Next second this piston-limbed punter, chintzy little gold shorts. He's got a Sony Walkman wrapped round his head, playing Dire Straits. He's running in rhythm. He's got written across his tracksuit in studs, heavy muesli, and round his neck is a biro on a leather thong. Believe me, he's a hard jogger. And I wouldn't get out of his way, and he wouldn't get out of mine, because he's jogging and I'm not, and he's protecting his body, and I don't give a monkeys. So in the end, one silk cut in Hyde Park, one low-tar cigarette. I had Dunlop Short Tread stamped across my forehead for a week. There were 50 joggers going, oh, look, he's giving us second-hand lung cancer. Let's go and jog him. Boom, boom, boom. I wouldn't mind, but they had all arrived in Rover 3 litres belching exhaust. I mean, there's so much lead in the atmosphere around Hyde Park, it's like strolling up the middle of a pencil. A little bit of social comedy goes down well. No politicians in tonight. We want a lot of violence and sex. Fair enough. Well, so do I. We'll have to wait till after. But anyway, one of the things that worry me about Keep Fit freaks is they're so obsessed with diet and they insist on pushing it down your throat. You know, I mean, like the sort of person who eats one jelly tot and spends the entire afternoon going on about how naughty they've been, you know. Naughty. Basically, nobody cares, you know. And they've changed our diet, health freaks. I mean, the world is now awash with coleslaw. Coleslaw, not cold sores, but coleslaw salad. Everywhere, coleslaw salad, ruining our eating habits. My local boozer has been turned from a very nice pub into a wine bar. Ruined it. You go in there, there's this huge glass coffin heaving with quiche and ham pie and coleslaw and various assorted salads. Any old root crop, bung a bit of mayonnaise on it, charge £1 a portion. Nice one. Turnip salad, carrot salad, any old salad. Hey, having a party, spread a bit of mayonnaise on the grass, the buffet's on the lawn. It is diced cabbage. Coleslaw is diced cabbage, believe me. I mean, we used to leave it when we were at school, you know. Stuff it under your knife, but now we're all eating it. They must be wetting themselves up in heaven, all the dinner ladies going, oh, you're eating it now, aren't you, middle-class brats? But the real problem is fast food. That, for me, is the real problem, not coleslaw. Why is it that no matter how much you crave a 3-tier big Whopper burger, a real one with all the sesame seed and the sauce, you always feel ill afterwards? Always, even though you want it. I mean, I think they drug them. I think they put a little drug in, you see, to make you crave them. I don't never mind an anti-heroin campaign. Let's have an anti-fast food campaign, eh? They told me how good a big king-size double-decker would make me feel, but not how bad. So why is it that everybody works down fast food jobs seems to have terminal acne? It's extraordinary, isn't it? Rows of people in little paper hats serving you with zits all over their faces. What's that about? Is it a staff requirement? Sorry, you can't have the job, you're not spotty enough, you know. I think that's how they do that special sauce that they put on the big, you know, the king. Oh, there we go, nice one. Bit of a sick gag, of course. Never mind the politics, you like it sick, eh? And when, of course, they do get their job, when they get their job and they get trained in American marketing techniques, because we've all got to be like the Americans now, American marketing techniques, they like to say, hello, have a nice meal, have a nice day, enjoy your meal. They don't understand that in Britain we like the direct approach, you know. Here you are, what do you want, sod off, you know what I mean? Because we're not hypocrites over here. But basically, fast food is rubbish. I don't know why they don't just flush it straight down the toilet, cut out the middleman, eh? That'd speed things up a bit, wouldn't it, eh? You go in your local burger, Whopper King, whatever, you go in there with a lovely seat shaped like ski slopes, eh? Burp once, wallop, you're under the table, eh? Very inviting, and you've got the burgers in the plastic boxes, don't know where the burger stops and the buck starts, eh? One blind bloke just ate the lot, didn't notice, you know. And then, of course, you go up, flush us a couple of Big Mac and fries down the toilet, will you, John? He says, sorry, sir, no can do. The YouTube's blocked up with diced gherkin. We're only serving liquids. Have you seen a fast food version of a liquid? You need an industrial suction pump to get it up the straw. There's people wandering around with bleeding ear holes because they've been sucking too hard. Everybody sucks together and all the windows came in, eh? Imagine thousands of gallons of that floating out into the ports of Britain, eh? Ports of Britain clogged by a giant strawberry slick. Government complain there's no room for the radioactive waste. Yeah, a bit of politics. Good night. My name's Ben Elton. Thank you.
My name's Brian Walden. And I'd like to welcome you to a new London weekend television programme called Public Interview, where you, members of the public, public figures about various things concerning the public. And tonight our guest is a drooling vegetable called Michael Heseltine. Thank you, Mr. Heseltine. We now have the question which is conducted this evening by two comedians, one of whom is extremely short.
Now, look, no, don't. No. What? No, good heavens. What I want to do tonight, you know, I would... No, good heavens, What I would like to do at this stage is ask Mr. Heseltine, if I may, you know, if I may, what he thinks about the miners' strike.
Oh, for crying out loud, Mr. Corbett, the miners' strike's finished. Can't you ask anything more sensible?
I would like to ask something more sensible, if I may.
Let's see what's on BBC One.
Conditions for the day's race are quite lethal because just before the start of this round Britain car race, 1986, we in fact had a short, sharp rain shower. Lethal for the drivers, but marvellous for us because there's always the chance of a nice meaty accident. And sure enough, it was Lafayette who drove his Ferrari through the hay bales and sheed someone's privates off. Good luck to him. But now the race has settled into a fairly dreary, mundane race as they go over the dreary Chadwick Valley, where nothing's very interesting at all. There is Lafayette Senior back in the race. In the Ferrari, there's Savage. And there is, of course, Bertillon, Philippe Bertillon in the McLaren. Ah! My God! Lafayette's disappeared! He's gone! He's vanished! He's gone over the brick wall! We're looking at a brick wall now, over which Lafayette went! There's no camera down there! We don't know the fate of the flying frog, but he's not there! The director of cameras, the camera's shaking! We're looking now at a shaking, unrehearsed camera move, and there is a Ford Transit van with hazard lights on! What must be going through the minds as they come now to the brick wall? Yes! What must be going through these men and women's minds as they see dead people lying below?
Shall we leave the hazard lights on, David?
No, I think we better keep them nice and on because I took a photograph last year with all this kind of thing on. But now suddenly hands are being made at me, and I should say the presenter of Saturday Live next week is Michael Barrymore, featuring Robbie Coltrane in The Third Man. Good night. Thank you.
To remain romantic. These are the things you've got to say. Hold me, darling, won't you hold me, yeah. Oh, hold me, won't you really let me go. Darling, won't you take me and live to say Try to